Hey guys, Al2 here, 316RC, and today a package finally came in. I've been waiting for quite a while to come in, and I'll tell you why in a minute, why it took so long to get here. But if you saw my BM5 Monster Truck unboxing or review, I'm not sure which one, may have mentioned both. You know, I commented about the suspension. I just didn't like the way it felt stock. And it looked like the shocks that came on it, you know, were quite nice. Aluminum body, got aluminum caps, got aluminum adjusting ring, got aluminum mounts here on the bottom. So, very good looking shock, but they just don't perform very well. I tore these shocks apart, and I think it was in either the tear down or the review, or when I broke that truck after hitting that pole, I found these shocks to not be full. One of them was completely empty, had no shock fluid in it at all, and the other ones were pretty much half full. So I tore these apart. I cleaned them all up inside, refilled them with fluid, and they're just not very good. So, I mean, even before I put these springs back on, when I put the fluid in, you know, and would depress these, I just didn't get that spring back that I like to see. But these are like super stiff, and even with this black spring apparently is a heavy spring. That's fine and all. Too heavy for this truck, in my opinion. They do make a blue spring that's has a little less tension in it. Might be better. I may even get those springs just to see what they feel like in these shocks. But even without these springs in, these shocks were very hard to compress. So I don't know. They're just not very good in my opinion. So, I mean, you can see, even with, I mean, I got to press hard with these springs. And if I pull one off, I'm going to pull one off here and show you. Get this out of here. Get the spring off. Even just not right. Not, like I said, I had these apart. I can't even, I don't know. I just don't like them. I don't know if it's the piston and the parts inside, obviously, that are causing the problem, but they are vented caps, you know. So when I did these, I didn't make a video of it, but I cleaned them out, filled them up, let them sit overnight, you know, topped them off, put the caps on. You know, some bled out of the top leader screw, but they just don't get the spring back that they should. They're just even hard for me to push like this, no spring on them. So, not too happy with them. So one of the comments I got in the BM5 videos are coming from H, I believe is YouTube. Big shout out to HJG, H-JG. He's from Germany, and he knows the FG Model Sport line very well, has provided some very good comments for us on these videos as we, you know, research this truck and find out what it's all about, you know, being a FG Model Sport clone. He made the comment about some aftermarket parts made in Germany from a company called, I think you pronounce it Lauterbacher. That's probably not right, but he shared some links to some shocks and some other parts that they have over there. So I'm like, hey, why not? I'm going to give it a try. So I went ahead, and that's why it took so long to get here. These came from Germany. All right, guys, here's the package I got in from Lauterbacher in Germany. Here's the address right there, whatever that is, some kind of a code, a city, probably Germany. So let's go ahead and see what we got. I don't know, might have took, trying to think how long, maybe 3 weeks total to get here. We've got some serious tape on there. The baby wasn't coming open, I can tell you that. It's sealed very well. There we go. Inside here, what we got? Looks like we got a complete Lauterbacher. Oh boy, complete manual for the shocks. Guess I'll have to, I think it's in English and in German. Describes, I guess, all the shocks that they make. And looks like some other aftermarket parts as well. Well, that's really cool. Alrighty. Alright, I'll have to look through that later. Let's see what we got in here in the package. Here's the first bag, 2 bags. They should be the same. And they are. Before getting them out, they look very nice. Look very similar to the shocks that I had. Maybe just a tad shorter. These are just a tad shorter. I don't think that's going to cause a problem, and the bodies on them aren't near as they're not near as millimeter wise. I'm not sure what the shafts on these are, but these shafts on the Lauterbacher are not near as same diameter. All right, let's get one out of the bag and let's see what they're all about. Now another thing, if you look at the FG, some versions of the FG, I don't know if it's the Beetle Pro or the Monster Truck, some of them have 4 shocks in the rear and 4 in the front. They double up, so that may be something. Oh, there's 2 staples. That might be something I may look at, but that's just I decided to start off with just these 2 in the rear, 2 in the front. Without even getting them out of the bag, they look really nice. All right, let's see. Here's shock number 1 and shock number 2. And you get a paper in here. This may be the instruction paper for the shocks. Yeah, it goes over all the parts breakdown, so it's like a little manual for your shocks. All right, let's swing over here. Get a couple of these out of here. Yeah, there's the, hey, this pipe's trying to come back. Very nice construction. This piece here is very thick. The mounting piece is very thick. It's a anodized aluminum body. The nice aluminum cap. Let's see. Very smooth. Very smooth compared to these, which are really hard to push with those springs. I mean, I'm pushing hard. I'm pushing hard. So, super. That make the suspension on the BM5 just super duper stiff. Like I said, you can go down 1 spring on this to the blue spring, but I don't know if that's going to do you much good. Those shocks just don't. So let's go ahead and see. Let's pull this mounting piece off in the spring and see. See what we got. It's a nice spring on these. Is interesting design with a section of spring tightly wound together and then one that's further apart. And then here's the, see if I can get in here closer on this so you guys can see this really good. Get in here close for you. Get this to focus. Come on, camera. This is the Lauterbacher spring retainer piece. This is the one that came with the BM5 Rovan. So even though the Rovan's a bigger bodied shock, a larger shaft, as you can see right here, the body, the shaft anyway, is slightly, it's about the same size, the shaft. It's just a longer shock. You can see how much longer it is. Now the caps, you see these mounting caps, the Rovan took a sleeve right here, and this one has some type of bushing sleeve already in it. I'll have to see how I can adapt that to the BM5, but I'm sure it'll be no problem. But that gives you a good view of what the difference is. But you can see let me zoom out here. You can see on this Rovan BM5 shock, depress it here, just doesn't have this doesn't spring back. Look at that. And they all do that. And that's after I cleaned them up and, you know, refilled them and bled them out. Now let's try the Lauterbacher. Look, has a nice smooth spring back. Look at that, coming all the way back. That's what I would expect to see. But the Rovans, I don't know. They just don't spring back. I don't know. They're just not very good. All right, guys, that's just update on these shocks. I really think time will tell. I mean, they do, the adjusting ring on these is plastic and very tight too. These bodies, like I said, it's like an anodized, a very nice shock. I'll have to see if one shock on each wheel is going to be adequate or not. Time will tell on that. But seem to be very well built. Very nice. I can't wait to try them out on the truck. So I have to say, you know, before even mounting these on the truck, I'm pretty happy with these shocks. The build quality on them is top notch, next level. I mean, even if you're not looking for these for the BM5, you might want to look into for some other vehicle you might have. These shocks are really really built well. They do come in different sizes. This is the 110-113, and this is a just going to measure here for you from, looks like 145, almost 100 and, now we're just going to say it's about 150 millimeter length. These are 150 millimeters long. Big shout out to H-JGH H-JG, try saying that 5 times fast, who commented, you know, on the some of my BM5 videos about the Lauterbacher and selling these parts for FG truck. So really appreciate that. Thank you very much, man. I really appreciate that. And hey, hello to you from here in the States to Germany. We appreciate you guys chiming in and, you know, and helping me out and everything. So big shout out to you, my friend. All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap this up. If you got any comments or questions about these shocks, leave them in the comments below, and either myself or H-JG will help you out there. And he provided me some links to where these places were, so really awesome. One other thing quick before I let you go. Since I have the BM5 all tore apart, I'm going to rebuild that from scratch. I decided to rebuild the entire rear end with some upgrade parts, aluminum. So I'm going to have a video out real soon. I have quite a few packages that came in from DDM. We're going to unbox them. I'm going to show you all the parts that I plan on putting on the BM5 rebuild here. So stay tuned for that shortly. All right, guys, that's enough. I'm going to leave you with this verse. Al 2 here, 3:16. I'm out of here. I'll see you on the next video. So long. Thanks for watching.